Alright. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is part 2 of reading Scary Stories Treasury by Alvin Schwartz. Sorry if I butchered your name again. Last time we read. Just gotta find it real quick. One moment. I know it's in the front. Hold on, guys. But while I'm doing this, please like, subscribe, share the video with a friend. And yeah, enjoy this video. Okay. Now this one sounds interesting. The Thing, on page 23. Ted Martin and Sam Miller were good friends. They spent a lot of time together. On this particular night, they were sitting on a fence near the post office, talking about one thing and another. There was a fiend that turned across the road. Suddenly they saw something crawl out of the field and stand up. It looked like a man, but in the dark, it was hard to tell for sure. Then it was gone, but soon it appeared again. It walked halfway across the road, then it turned around and went back into the field. Then it came out a third time and stared towards them. By now, Ted and Sam were scared and they started to run. And they started running. But when they finally stopped, they decided they decided they were being foolish. They weren't sure what had scared them, so they decided to go back and get a better look. Pretty soon they saw it, for it was coming to meet them. It was wearing black pants, a white shirt, black suspenders. Sam said, "I'm going to try to touch it. Then we'll know if it is real." He walked up to it and peered into its face. It had bright, penetrating eyes, sunk deep into its head. It looked like a skeleton. Ted took one look and screamed again. He and Sam ran, but this time, the skeleton followed them. When they got to Ted's house, they stood in the doorway and watched it stay out in the road for a while. Then it disappeared. A year later, Ted got sick and died. Towards the end, Sam sat up with him every night. The night Ted died, Sam said he looked just like the skeleton. Wow. That story, again, was called The Thing. I would show you the pictures, but I'm not trying to get YouTube to take this down. Some stories might be a little graphic in here, so here's a warning. If you are a kid, click off. Click onto some other video. Don't want to give you nightmares, but we might read another one. Like I said, that last one was called The Thing. This next one seems interesting. This one sounds good. Ghost with bloody fingers. Now, this story does sound a little graphic, so kids, click off. I'm not trying to get you nightmares. Alright. Let's just do a few adjustments to the setup I have here. Get this over here. There we go. A little nice arrangement. Okay, the ghost with bloody fingers. Businessman arrived at a hotel later one night and asked for a room. The room clerk told him the hotel was all filled up. There's only one empty room, he said. But we don't rent it. We don't rent that one because it's haunted. I'll take it, said the businessman. I don't believe in ghosts. The man went up to the room. He unpacked his things and he went to bed. As soon as he did, a ghost came out from the closet. Its fingers were bleeding and it was moaning. Bloody fingers. Bloody fingers. When the man saw the ghost, he grabbed his things and ran. The next night, a woman arrived very late. Again, all the rooms were taken except the haunted room. I'll sleep there, she said. I'm not afraid of ghosts. As soon as she got into the bed, the ghost came out of the closet. His fingers were still bleeding. It still was moaning. Bloody fingers. Bloody fingers. And the woman took one look and ran. A week later, another guest arrived. Very late. He also took the haunted room. After he unpacked, he got out his guitar and he began to play. Soon the ghost appeared as before. Its fingers were bleeding, and it was moaning. Bloody fingers. Bloody fingers. The man paid no attention. He just kept strumming his guitar, but the ghost kept moaning, and its fingers kept bleeding. Finally, the guitar player looked up. Cool it, man, he said. Get yourself a band-aid. And I guess that was the end. Now, there are a bunch of other stories in this book I would read today, but we will not read right now. Here are a few songs that you guys could pick out that I could read next time. I forgot the others, but one of them are Let's Pick the Church, and if that doesn't sound interesting, let's read hold on guys, let's go back to the front. High beams. High beams. just went across it. Actually, no. If the church doesn't sound interesting, then you can pick The Hook. Either. Actually, yes. You can either pick The Hook or The Church. You got two to pick from, guys. Let me give you a little on The Hook. Donald and Sarah went to the movies. Then they went for a ride in Donald's car. They parked up on a hill at the edge of town. From there, they could see the lights up and down the valley. Donald turned on the radio and found some music, but all an announcer broke in with a news bulletin. A murderer had escaped from the state prison. He was armed with a knife and was headed south on foot. His left hand was missing. In its place, he wore a hook. "Let's roll up the windows and lock the doors," said Sarah. That's all of The Hook. And now, I believe the other one was The Church. Now, guys, take this as a moment to like and subscribe. Actually, sorry for changing it up again, but either The Hook or The Babysitter. Now, The Babysitter, let me give you a little on The Babysitter. The Babysitter. It was at 9 o'clock in the evening. Everybody was sitting on the couch in front of the TV. There were Richard, Brian, Jenny, Dorn, the babysitter. The telephone rang. "Maybe it's your mother," said Dorn. She picked up the phone. Before she could say a word, a man laughed starkly. A huge... Who was it?" asked Richard. Someone crazy, said Dorn. What did I miss? At 9:30, the telephone rang again. That's a little backstory on The Babysitter. So either The Babysitter or The Hook. Alright, guys. Now, that was today's 2 scary stories and 2 little extras. Now, if you want to see more of this, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Because this isn't a promise, but every Tuesdays and Saturdays I will be reading another scary story from Scary Stories Treasury. Hope you liked the video.